Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Music Rooms. We are here today with the Boss Loop Station RC500. I'm Calum and we've got
Nigel.
And we're just going to take a bit of a look at this and see what it can do for you. So,
Yeah.
what is it, Nigel?
So it's basically, it's a loop station with 3 buttons. We've got 2 tracks on there. We've got some rhythm on there, some memory functions, and yeah, I think that's kind of it. You can also run a mic through it as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, why don't we just kind of check it out and see what we can do with this thing.
Yeah.
So let's plug it in.
So, while we plug this in, what would be the advantage of using a loop station then? What would that bring to you as a guitarist?
So, using a loop station, I'm going to give you my phone to record some stuff here so that you can kind of see some of the inputs and the outputs and stuff on the back of it, just so you can see what's going on there. So you can see on here we've got a microphone in, so you can put a microphone into it. So if you wanted to loop some cool vocal stuff, you can do that. We've got stereo in and out. We've also got MIDI out as well, if you wanted to run that into a computer, with a USB out there as well. So pretty well loaded for this, this sort of a thing. Anytime I've used a loop station before, it's been basically just to play like a little bit of rhythm, and I'll play some lead stuff over the top of it. But I think this equips you to do a lot more. You can see right on the front of it. You can see here, and I'll hold it up here too, so you can see it. But we've got our 3 buttons on here. So we've got our record and play. We've got our stop button if you just want to stop everything, which is kind of good to have. I'll explain why in a second. And we've got our track select. So yeah, very straightforward. Stop button. The thing I was going to say about the stop button. So there's 2 other Boss pedals that I know of. Actually 3 others for loop stations. There's the Boss RC1, the RC3, and the RC5. The way that they all kind of work is that you've got to, like, if you wanted to stop the track, it's 1 button and you have to double tap it to make it stop. Now if you're playing something with a certain rhythm and you need to do a double tap, that's kind of hard to do. It gets kind of tricky. So
It'd probably put you off your rhythm a bit.
It does, it completely puts you off the rhythm. So having a stop button is so much easier to kind of work out. We've also got a track select on there too, which is really handy if you need to have like separate parts in a song that you want to loop. You can have something on track 1 and something else on track 2 and go between them. So really cool. So yeah, let's plug it in and see kind of what we need to do. Do you want to sort of film this so you can see how it all goes together? All right, so we're just going to run this into the mono output. Let's go into our amplifier. That also acts as the power on, so it will not actually power on until you've plugged in there. And then we are going to run this into our mono input. And that's going to set up to go. So you can kind of see how the pedal is looking right now, the way everything's sort of set up. We've got our track over here. There's a little flashing light is telling us what track we're on. Got our rhythm thing here with our tempo that we'll look at in a wee second. We've got some read and write kind of stuff going on as well. And your input selection, so whether or not you want to input with your guitar or your microphone. It's kind of something that you can check out. So we're running this today through, sorry I'm in your way, Calum. We've got this Crafter Mini Electro Acoustic Guitar. It's actually a Minnow. See that? Like Crafter Minnow. Call it Black Walnut.
And what was the thinking behind this selection today? Because I know there's a very specific reason.
Well, we got this because we thought Ed Sheeran uses a looper and he likes wee guitars, so we got a small one. So that's basically it. We've got this, thought it was pretty cool. So we've got it running through a little Black Star amp here at the minute, just so you can kind of get an idea of the functionality of this thing. So Calum's just going to video this while I'm clicking the pedal on and off so you can see what's happening with it. So if I were to just play like a couple of chords, and usually I like to play through them just so I get a bit of an idea of my tempo and my rhythm. hit the record button again, and it will start to layer on top of it. Which is great, makes it really, really easy to do. We've also got this button over on the right hand side for track select, so I can click that and it will go between track 1 and track 2, whichever one I want to use. And then we have our rhythm here with our tempo, and we can have a
bit of drums.
We can have some drums on there too, which you can line up with your tempo that you sort of have, and you can use that whenever you go to actually do your do your loops. I wonder if I were to stop this, start the drums. I wonder could we like try and make a loop that fits with the drums. So let's see if we can do something like that. So we've got our rhythm on. We're on track 1. So if I hit record, we're going to have like a drum beat that comes in here, and we'll see what we can loop with it. So here we go. To our loop, if we want to do that. Then when we go to our next kind of track, that's where we kind of have some extra stuff if you wanted to kind of layer that up and have 2 different parts of the song. So I'm going to clear all of that. So we've got, see, nothing on track 1, nothing on track 2. So kind of getting the rhythm stuff out of the way, you can adjust the tempo whenever with that. Then we can go into our memory settings, and we can set this up to either record something onto our tracks. So let's say you were, practicing something at home and you thought, I want to use that at a gig. And I know sometimes when you're playing, what can happen is you play things too fast or too slow. So if you want it to be the same every night you're using it, if you're gigging, you can record it onto this, and then you know everything's going to be the same kind of each time. So that's pretty cool, I think. After that, then we can go through our menu settings. We've got like general sort of setup things and preferences and MIDI and storage and all that kind of stuff. Display kind of, what's this? Beats, undo, redo, hold. There's lots of stuff in there that you can play around with. And then of course we've got our write settings as well, just if you want to write them to one of the memory kind of tracks and see sort of what goes on with it.
It's impressive, if you're someone, maybe going away performing, it's probably a lot cheaper to buy this than to pay some band members to follow you around.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, I think it gives you that option of you're almost like a one-man, you can perform a lot more because you're not relying on someone else to do bass or to have the drums there.
Totally, it gives you a lot more options as a solo musician, just to do some extra stuff. And I mean, it's as you said, it's a lot smaller and lighter than carrying a drummer around with you. It's just, this will fit in a bag, a drummer won't. So
drummers famously are quite heavy people.
They are. What's that about? Have you seen that meme where it's like the hole in a guitar is used to store like meats and soft cheeses to feed to the drummer when he does a good job. Have you seen that?
Well, this drummer doesn't need meats
fed.
or cheeses.
So it's a one-time payment, one-time kind of deal here. But yeah, this is, I think it's a great wee unit. It is a bit more extensive than some of the other ones. Like I was saying, you get that Boss RC5 or the Boss RC3 or RC1. Much smaller units. This has a lot more going on. It's available on music-rooms.com for I think $239. But of course we're always willing to do a good deal with you. So call in store and check them out and play through them and see how you get on.
Hopefully the nice new store, as some of you have probably noticed, we're not in the normal studio.
No.
We're filming in the new store, which not too long now.
Which is still being built. There's still stuff going on in it. But yeah, keep an eye out for one of our other videos. We made one recently just about stuff going on in here, and we're going to have another one coming out soon with some extra little previews of stuff going on around the place. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed our first impressions of the Boss RC500. And yeah, what's all the stuff I'm supposed to say at the end of the video?
Need to like, share, subscribe, and what's the one you always forget?
Hit the notification bell.
Got it
this time. So yeah, we just hit, I think as of this video we have 130 subscribers. We would love to get to 200, but I think 150 would be realistic right now. So let's see if we can get to that 150 subscribers. And yeah, so like, subscribe, notification bell, all the good stuff. And yeah, check us out on music-rooms.com.
We'll be back soon with plenty more videos.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.